Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a quick beer review. Listen, I'm a simple guy. I see a black IPA, I buy a black IPA, or I try it if you have it in your tasting room. I was at a, where was I last weekend? My wife and I went to a show, and there was a brewery, gosh, what the heck was the name of it, around the corner from where we were at. We went to Docent, and we walked in and they had a black IPA on, and I was like, I'm going to drink your black IPA. So, from Green Cheek, we're going to see if we can remember all of them. Orange, Costa Mesa, Sunset Beach, and Oceanside. This is Doom Sludge. I am fired up to drink this because it is a pretty label. It says West Coast Black IPA. I don't know what that means. I've never heard a black IPA called a West Coast Black IPA, but here we are. It's 2024. What a fucking time to be alive. West Coast Black IPA. 7% alcohol by volume. Yeah, I say it every time I drink a Cascadian dark ale, if you will. Just a fucking underrated style of beer. Like, I wish more people cared and drank these. So it says beware the sludge, canned on November 21st, I think. 2 days in the can. Time of recording, it is too fucking old. Hashtag Team Old IPA. That's us on the Instagrams if you'd like to follow along. Into the Green Cheek little tulip glass or whatever this is, stemless glass, because you guys know beer tastes better in proper glassware. It's facts, science, all of that. Look at it. It looks like a fucking stout. It's a hoppy beer. It makes no sense, right? I say it every time. It just does not make sense. Your brain doesn't want to believe it. You smell it and you're like, why does this smell like this? Why does this make sense? It just does. It's such a great style. I wish, was it last year they brought it back? Stone needs to bring back Sublimely Self-Righteous. I'll die on that hill. That's probably the best. That and Wookie Jack. I did a battle beers of those, I think. I'd have to go back and watch that. Those are my two favorites. But I've had a good black IPA from Hill Farmstead. That one last week from Docent was great. Looking forward to this one. So it's such a fun style of beer. 2 fingers almost of khaki head. It is, I mean, it looks pitch black. There's like that reddish kind of porter-esque stout hue at the bottom of the glass. Look at that though. Does that look like a West Coast IPA? Sure doesn't. I'm guessing this is sea hopped. I don't know. It doesn't tell us on the label. So let's smell this thing, shall we? It smells piney. This has to be sea hopped. This has to be like Chinook or Cascade. Piney, floral, but roasty. It's just like those 3 things should not be in the same sentence, right? When you're smelling something. Oh, it's roasty, but it's also piney and floral. Like, why would you do that? But it smells awesome. We just had Wookie Jack last week. I don't think this is as explosive or pungent as Wookie Jack. Wookie Jack is also 8.5%. This is 7%, so it's dialed back a little bit. But yeah, piney, earthy, roasty, floral. It smells like it's going to be bitter. That sounds weird too, but let's go and taste it. Cheers. Gosh, that's good. This is like the perfect balance between roast and hops. The pine is there, the floral aspect is there, and as soon as it starts to kind of get like crazy intense, there's like this big malty roast thing that comes in that it's like, oh, let me sweeten that out for you. Let me give you a little bit of like it, like your tongue perceives it as bitterness. It reminds you of like coffee roast. It doesn't taste like coffee, but it reminds you of like that roast of like a coffee stout. Or I don't drink coffee, but I drink coffee beers. I drink a lot of espresso in Italy. I am an espresso guy. And it offers like that kind of like roasty bitterness. But yeah, this is like old school sea hop to me. A little bit of resin. It's piney, grassy, earthy, nice bitterness. But yeah, that big roast at the end, like the finish of that is awesome. Gosh, it's so good. It's delicious. I don't know if this is as impactful as Wookie Jack. I'll do a blind review of this beer and that beer side by side. I just think that with the ABV being 8.5%, it's a little bit more impactful as far as like aromatics and the flavors that you're tasting. But this is really, really good for just a 7% West Coast style black IPA. Extremely drinkable, not palate fatiguing. It's fantastic. There's even like a little bit of like orange peel, some sort of like pithy citrus to go with all that awesome pininess. And like it's like when you walk by flowers outside. It's fantastic. Good stuff. So that is Doom Sludge from Green Cheek. You guys need to drink more black IPAs. Please start brewing more of these. Anyone who's watching that is in the industry, let's make some more black IPAs. They're so fun. It's just such a fun like experience tasting the flavors that you get like in a hoppy beer, but also having like aspects of like a porter or a stout. It's crazy. So that is it. Appreciate you guys watching. I will see you soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.